Paul Huizinga. It's my distinct pleasure to once again be here with Ed Hamburger. Now, Ed, this is a really amazing 6th Gen Camaro. Tell me a little bit about what we've got going on back here.
Well, this is our rendition, if you will, of the late model Yenko, which really commemorates all those great Yenko cars that were built back in the 60s. You know, when the muscle car wars were in full swing. All of the OE had their own versions of a killer car, and GM, in fact, had those great Copo ZL1s, and this car essentially commemorates those specialty vehicles and also the Yenkos that were built back in the 60s.
It's a really cool graphics package, but there's more going on than just that. There's some extra punch under the hood as well.
Absolutely. We've not only supercharged this vehicle, but we built a special race quality engine with a forged steel crank and rods and forged aluminum pistons, and have built a 416 cubic inch 6.8 liter LT1 engine, which is durable enough to withstand the boost pressure of our supercharger to get us to the point where we're making 800 horsepower.
Now, between the previous generation and this generation of engine architecture, they switched to direct injection. Was that a challenge when adopting the supercharger on this platform?
Not really a challenge. It was just a learning curve that we had to come up on so that we would understand the mechanics of the changes as well as dealing with the software changes. But other than that, not really much of a challenge.
Now, Chevy made a tremendous improvement in the drivability of these cars between the 5th and 6th generations. 6th Gen cars are really easy to drive, a lot of fun, very compact and lightweight compared to what came before. How do you build on that for something like this?
Well, the first thing you do is you don't modify what they've done such a great job at. That's the first thing. What we really have done is enhance the power and performance capability of the vehicle with that enhanced power, but all the good things that are part of the 1LE package, which is what we use, that all are maintained so that it's a balanced package the way GM originally designed it.
So now what do you do specifically in terms of wheels and tires, suspension and that sort of thing?
Well, the wheels are basically a throwback to the original Yenko torque thrust wheels, and they're simply a late model version of it, 20 inches by 9 inches wide with the same rubber that GM uses on their ZL1s. So consequently, we get the same kind of performance because we get the same kind of grip, and we get the look of the torque thrust wheels, which is reminiscent of what the original cars came with.
So it's a very modern look, and at the same time, it's a very nostalgic look. It's a really nice integration of all those features.
That's correct. We've tried to enhance what GM has done with the vehicle and really capture the Yenko brand so that we maintain some ownership of that brand in what we produce.
Now, I know a lot of people are going to see this and they're going to say, okay, that's something I really want in my garage. How can they go about doing that?
Simply go to their local dealer and have their dealer contact Specialty Vehicle Engineering. And at svecars.com, they can look it up on the website and get all the contact information.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm glad we got to reconnect. I'm glad I got to see this really cool car. And speaking of cool cars, keep it right here. We've got a ton of SEMA coverage left. Stay tuned.